Hi, I'm just going to start out by telling you this is the second day of me trying to get this video accomplished. I came in the shower, which is where a lot of things come in to me. I must have made 5 or 6 attempts yesterday. I've already made a couple today. This one is challenging me, and it's probably because my last couple of days have been extremely frustrating. I've got a sore thumb because I've been trying to hammer and can't seem to hit the nail on the head. Funny, I can do that with intuition, but with a hammer, forget it. My old dog just came in from outside and pooped on the floor. Stuff going on with a frustrating man. I mean, it's been a hell of a couple days, and I have a lot of frustration built up. I'm not fond of the expression love and light and the thought that we always have to be positive and we can't allow ourselves to ever be negative or to feel those lower vibration emotions. I'm going to give you an example and explain why Move That Bus is in the title. If you're not old enough, you may not remember there was a television show called Extreme Home Makeover. Needy families would be chosen, and Ty Pennington and his crew would show up, sometimes totally gutting their houses, but definitely adding features and space. And toward almost the end of the show, they'd line the family up behind this big old bus, well, fancy RV kind of bus. And everyone would start raising their fists and shouting, "Move that bus! Move that bus!" The bus would pull away, revealing the new house to the family. They'd be jumping up and down, they'd be screaming, they'd be crying, sometimes they'd be collapsing on the ground in gratitude, and the houses were amazing. There's your love and light. Everything was wonderful. But after the funds ran out, and I think it was about a year where they would pay for all the utilities, many families found they couldn't keep their homes because they couldn't come up with the cost of the utilities for those huge houses, couldn't maintain the houses. And then stories came out that there was fraud. I remember one where there was a foster family and the foster parents had taken on children with special needs so that they could apply for the house. And then they let the children go back into the system. That's real life. And if you think that you have to always put a positive spin on things, despite real life, that just means that you're not acknowledging real life. You're kind of doing the Pollyanna thing and holding such tight rein of your emotions, not allowing yourself to feel them. They don't just disappear. Negative stuff happens. Those emotions don't just disappear. You stuff them. I get kind of crazy analogies sometimes, and I'm just getting, we have all these cells in our bodies. Let's say that every time you stuff an emotion and you don't allow yourself to acknowledge it or feel it, it fills up your cell with yucky crap. That's cells now that can't transport oxygen, that can't maintain your health. After years of stuffing those emotions and pretending life is beautiful all the time, pretty soon those yucky crap cells outnumber the healthy cells and you start having these health problems show up. I'm a perfect example. About 10 years ago, one thing after another started appearing. And I wasn't metaphysical, didn't understand any of this energy stuff until after my brain surgery. So I had no clue, but I was just kind of going through life going, oh yeah, I'll put a positive spin on everything. I'll pretend I'm happy. it came back to bite me in the ass. And it happens that way with a lot of people. So I don't have a problem with love. I don't have a problem with light. I just think that we have to acknowledge we have shadows and darkness in our life sometimes. Sometimes it's not just a little bit of anger, a little bit of resentment. It's despair. It's desolation. All of that has to be acknowledged. It's all part of duality. To appreciate the light, you have to have experienced the darkness. It's all normal. And I believe we have to allow ourselves to be negative sometimes, to experience what those charts say are lower vibration emotions. They're part of us. And it's healthier to just feel them, even when it involves a lot of pain. Wallow in them even sometimes, little pity party. Then you release and you move on and you free up the cells so they can start transporting oxygen again. So really, why should you care that I'm never going to sign off with love and light? You don't need to care. Really, this is just about encouraging you to not force yourself to always put a positive spin on life. A lot of life is just hard bullshit. And it's okay to acknowledge that. It's okay to not be happy about that. It's okay to feel those emotions that come with that. And that's my thought for the day. Hopefully this one turns out. I don't think I'm in the mood to try again. Have a good one. Bye.